Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is yet another guest video from Demolition Hound, this time in the Abigor. Abigor is a Victory Gundam suit. It is another really kind of oddball one, I would say. It has a bunch of different interesting abilities, mostly focused around different flavors of beam blade. It has that defensive spin with the twin beam scythe. It can also throw the thing. It also has a wrist-based cutter. So, yeah, it's got a bunch of fun tricks. And it transforms. So, yeah, really kind of a neat suit. It also has the compound eyes skill, which you can use to get a position on enemy mobile suits. I believe it's the kind of scanning skill that does not share information with your allies, kind of like the metal spider, one of those. But that means it also doesn't let the enemy know that they've been pinged, I believe, so that's not the worst news. See, especially since I'm pretty sure that this coexists with things like the Conroy Jagan and possibly the Justice Shazar Type A. So, you know, things it's good to be able to keep an eye out for if you know they're going to be there. Let's see. So far, really good. And, of course, it also looks like a big bug, which, you know, not the worst thing if you have a, bug-themed paint job you're looking for. Yeah, also has a beam cannon in the top of its head, which, you know, unlike the back cannons on the Humverbee, I can kind of forgive that for only being available in mobile armor mode, because, yeah, what are you going to do? You know, like, I don't think there any weapons in GBO2 that are only available in, say, the prone position or the crouching position. I kind of would not mind them having things that are, you know, like stance specific, but I have a feeling that would throw an awful lot of people. But yeah, I do like the defensive spin. That is nice. We've got to get a Gelgug with that eventually, right? The Gelgugs have used some variation of that a bunch of times, so there has to be some Gelgug variant that gets it. You know, not that I'm hurting for Gelgugs, especially lately. It's got a couple of good ones, but you know, why not? That was the spin was always one of my favorite moves in Versus, as I recall. I believe you could do I forget whether it was a defensive move or just an offense move, but I know there was a way to spin the beam naginata in that. Yeah, this looks like fun. And yeah, had just very, very melee focused. I wonder if I'm betting that the thrown Scythe is another ranged melee move, which, again, I like that because, of course, one of the properties of melee is that there are a few skills in the game that will not cause you to be stopped by a melee attack. I forget. It might be the higher levels of damage control specifically, or it might be something else I'm forgetting. But yeah, just generally, if you are hit by a melee attack, you stop, which makes ranged melee very, very useful. Good swing there. Oh, nice. Yeah, this thing looks like it is fun and has a lot of good potential. And I wonder if the beam cutter is ranged melee too. That I can see, you know, there's a very good argument for that just being a ranged beam attack. But yeah. Let's see, so far scores look good. And let's see, yeah, the one thing I will say about this is that, man, this is one. Yeah, this is one where learning the spacing going to be a good move because, yeah, it seems to be fairly wide. It has a fairly far-reaching melee attack, so yeah, it is one that can possibly end up tripping up your allies, especially if your allies are all sticking fairly close together, which unfortunately so are the enemies. That mess, or prototype Psycho Gundam, was not going to last long against three things. I'm not sure what the rest of the team was doing. I'm guessing fighting the other two things. That's how that usually works. But had one of those the other day that was just, you know, crazy making. But yeah, I've been trying to trying to get some requests done, having a little bit of trouble with it, but that is, that is just the name of the game. Sometimes it works well with the Boogu, sometimes it doesn't. I was happy with how the Boogu came out, though, after waiting that long to be able to get around with it. But the fact that it has a very solid skill set for what it is and where it is, just very nice. It was like 3 rolls in a row from Majesta Shazar. Does it have a Shazar A? Does it have a skill for that I have forgotten? I forget a lot of things, so that's not exactly unusual. Okay, so all right, so there's also, you can charge the head beam, it looks like. That's nice. And yep, out of boost, so getting cornered by a Rizel is not the best news, but it definitely looks like from the amount of health it took off of Demo that Demo has built for melee defense. Either that or the Abigor is just good for that natively, because it's just, yeah, it is really quite tanky, it seems like. But yeah, and holding out very well against 3 things. That is a great trick when you can do it. And okay, now it's getting hairy, but that is, again, that is the name of the game when you were fighting 3 things. The fact, well, 2 things it looks like. One of them is the Shazar Type A, so it just kind of broke off. Yeah, that was that swing there was one of those situations that I have always, that my first reaction to early into GBO2 was, how did you know I was going to do that? I didn't know I was going to do that. And when you come around a corner at somebody and start your melee attack, just they have really got to be on the ball to just, be able to stop you like that. But yeah, just very good quick reflexes from the TR5. And time to respawn. Still a good close score. Like, basically, if they need to tie it up, they can capture a point. I have a feeling it's not going to stay like that for the full last minute, but it is at least an option if the scores stay this steady. All right, so 45 seconds or so. Enemy team has gotten somebody. Demo got someone back. Still at a 25-point difference, but also once again, just 3 things, and somebody planted a really good chain explosion shot. So yeah, just sitting and marinating in that, not always a good option. Well, also not always or not often avoidable. But yeah, I believe the chain explosion does add build stun on top of which, so even with something like the Abigor that has damage control, it can be a really bad spot to be. But yep, looks like that is going to be the round. One last shot in, but it tagged the shield. I don't think it would have evened things up or not even things up anyway, but and yeah. Let's see. Swept the board, though. Real close round and swept the board. 3675, 140,000 damage, 4 and 4. Very nice all around. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I still need to get the first half of Victory Gundam so I can actually watch the thing at some point. From everything I've heard, it is pretty much, peak depression Tomino, but I do kind of want to catch it at some point. I also need to get all of Turn A so I can finally watch all the way through that again.